Hello guys, in this video we are going to learn how to create custom shapes in Photoshop. You ready?
Nice.
Let's get right to it. There are shapes that are already in the Photoshop software that you can use for your design or your project, but those shapes are very few. So if you want new shapes or new custom shapes, you have to download them manually and import them into Photoshop so that you can load them and use them for your design or your project. And moreover, you can create shapes out from the shapes that are already in Photoshop, and that is what we are coming to do. So what we are going to do is we are going to select the shape tool and we are going to right click on it. So this is the shape tool. You right click on it and you select the rounded rectangle. So in my previous video, we already know how to use the rounded rectangle and all the shapes, the rectangle and the ellipse tool and all that. So we are going to set the radius to 300 and we are going to draw our first rectangle shape. So this is our rectangle shape and we are going to change the color. So we double click over here and then we are going to pick a color for this shape. All right, so we have this. Now we are going to create a different shape out from this shape, and this is what we are going to do. So if you want to create a different shape out from this shape, we are going to make this side flat and we are going to maintain all these round sizes, but we are going to just make this side flat. That is what I'm trying to say. So what we are going to do now is we are going to draw another shape. We are going to draw a rectangle shape over here. So we draw a different rectangle shape and we are going to change the color to this color. So you click on it, then we are going to have the same color. So we select the move tool and we are going to drag this shape. So you see that we have this curved shape over here. So we are going to bring this one to the front so that this one will be in front and this one will be at the back. And the reason why we are getting this shape is that we still have the stroke on. So we are going to put the stroke back to 0 and we are going to get rid of that black border over there. So you see that now we have a different shape and you see that we have a round side for this one and we have a flat side over here. So this is a 9 shape that you can use or you can incorporate in your design, and it's very simple. So what we are going to do is we are going to hold Alt and we are going to select these two and we press Ctrl+E and we are going to merge them together, or we are going to put them together. So you can go ahead and drag or move this shape around. So this is very nice. Now let's create another shape from this shape. Right, so what we are going to do now, there is a tool called the selection tool, and that tool plays an important role in Photoshop. If you want to select a part of an object, a shape, a picture, or anything in Photoshop, you can use the selection tool. Either you want to delete a part of a text or a part of an object or a part of an image, you can select that part, then you can delete that part. You can also use the selection tool to copy a part of an image, an object, or a text. So you can incorporate this selection tool in your design or project to make things simple and faster for you. All right, so we are going to use the selection tool. So we are going to select the selection tool. So what we are going to do now is we are going to head over to the tools tab and we are going to right click and we select the rectangular marquee tool. That is the selection tool. And you can't select a shape unless you rasterize the shape. What I'm trying to say is if you want to select part of a shape or if you want to delete, so let's hit on the delete button. You see that you are going to get a message, could not complete your request because the content of the layer is not directly editable. So you can't edit a shape without first rasterizing the shape. All right, so we are going to rasterize the shape, then we use the selection tool to delete part of our shape to get that shape that we want to create. So let's right click on the shape, then we go to rasterize layer. Now the shape is ready for editing, or you can edit the shape. So we are going to go back and select the selection tool. So we select that part we want to delete. So you hit the delete button, then you right click and select deselect to get rid of the those lines over there. And now we have what, a different shape for your design. Now you can go ahead and rotate this shape to get different angles of the shape. So let's click on the show transform controls. We hold down the shift key and we rotate this one to get a different shape or a different angle for the shape. So you can go ahead and rotate to get a different side for your shape, and it's very simple. So you can create custom shapes from these shapes that you already have in Photoshop. All right, so let's go ahead and draw or create another shape. So we're going to drag this one to the top here, and we are going to reduce the size a little bit. So all right, so let's draw a different shape. We select the rounded rectangle, and of course we draw our rounded rectangle shape, and we are going to change the color. We double click over here, we are going to give this one a different color. So we are going to use the selection tool. You right click, you select rasterize layer to rasterize your shape before you will be able to use the selection tool to select it. So let's select this part, and then we hit the delete button to delete that part. We press Ctrl+D, and we have this shape too. So you can incorporate these shapes in your design to get a beautiful design. So you can rotate this one too to get a different angle for your shape, this one or this one. So when you're done, you click on OK. All right, so we are going to draw, or we are going to create a new shape. So let's head over to the tools tab. We right click on it, and then we are going to select the rectangle tool. So we are going to draw our rectangle tool over here, and we are going to give this one a different color. So let's head over to the color picker side and select a different color. All right, I think let's go to this side. All right, so we have this one over here. Now we are going to create a different shape out from this shape. So what we are going to do is we are going to rasterize this one. As I said earlier on, you can't edit a shape without first rasterizing it. So after rasterizing the shape, then we are going to select, we right click on the Polygonal Lasso tool. So this is another form of a selection tool. You can use the Polygonal Lasso tool to also select any part of your text, image, or an object. Then you either copy or delete it. So we are not going to use the selection tool this time. We are going to use the Polygonal Lasso tool. All right, so let's select the Polygonal Lasso tool, and we are going to start from here, and we are going to select this part. So after selecting, we can move it down a little bit. Then you hit the delete button, and you are going to delete this part. And we are going to go to the down here, select this one too, and we are going to hit the delete button, and we are going to get a different shape for your design. So you can use this shape to create a design. Then we are going to do something. What we are going to do now is we are going to separate this shape into two. All right, so what we are going to do is we are going to select the selection tool over here, and we are going to select this one. We are going to hit Ctrl+X, then we hit Ctrl+V. So it's going to select or divide the shape into two. I'm going to bring it to this side, and we are going to get two different shapes for your design. And it's very simple. So you can create custom or different shapes from different angles out from the already made shapes in Photoshop. All right, so let's go ahead and give this shape a different gradient color. So what we are going to do is we are going to right click on we are going to right click on this one. We are going to select the blending options. So over here we are going to select the gradient overlay. So you click on it, and it's going to take you to the gradient overlay section. You click on the white part over here, then you are going to select your first gradient color. I've already covered this topic, so if you still don't know how to select a gradient color in Photoshop, then you have to go back to my previous videos, then you watch it. All right, so let's select a different color. Let's select this one. Let's tweak it a little bit. All right, so we have two different colors over here, and we are going to pull this slider to the middle, and we have this. So you click on OK, and we are going to do the same for this one too. So you right click on it, you select the blending options, and you click on the gradient overlay, and we have this beautiful shape over here. So you can create different shapes. Now let's go ahead and create another shape. So we head over to the tools tab and select the ellipse tool. We hold down the shift key, then we draw our circle, and we are going to give this circle over here a gradient color. So let's head over to the blending options, then we click on the gradient overlay. So now we have this, and we are going to give this circle a stroke. So let's head over to the stroke tab, and let's reduce the stroke over here. So we are not going to give this circle a stroke. What we are going to do now is we are going to copy part of this shape and come and add it to this shape to create a different shape. So what we are going to do now is we are going to select this one, select the selection tool as we did with the previous one, and we are going to select this part. So we are going to hit on Ctrl+J to copy the selected parts, and we are going to drag it to this side. And we are going to bring this one to the top. So we are going to drag this one to the top so that the circle will be in front and the other shape will be behind. So as you can see, we have a different shape altogether, and you can use this shape in your design or your project. So as you can see, you can create different type of shape from these shapes. And if we say that we are going to create we will get tired, because there are so many different shapes that you can create from these shapes, and it's very simple. So it's either you use the custom shapes that are already in Photoshop, or you can download some of the shapes and you load them into Photoshop and use them sparingly in your design. And there are shapes that are already in PNG format, the beautiful shapes that are already in PNG format. They are in PNG, so you just head over to Google, search for these shapes and download them so that you can use in your designs. Or you can also create your own custom shapes using these techniques that I have shown you over here. And with these techniques, you can create different shapes. You are going to be tired. You just have to be creative. So this is how you can create custom shapes in Photoshop. And in my next video, I'm going to show you how to insert an image into these shapes, and it's very simple. So if you still haven't subscribed to this channel, I don't even know what to tell you. And if you have any questions, you make sure you leave your questions down in the comment section and I'll get right to it. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell in case I upload a new video. You'll be the first person to get it. I'll see you guys in my next video.